Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Thursday again. That means it's Windham Weekly at 4 o'clock with your host, Ken Boland, the voice of Windham, and my co-host, Mark Doyle, the guy who sits on the board.
The heart of Windham.
The heart of Windham, and every now and then he gets it, electronically shot up a little bit, and he's ready for another Thursday. He makes it here. We try to have a guest talk, but Mark rudely interrupts him all the time because he thinks he's a comedian.
Unbelievable.
But we're back, and we're so happy you're listening. Don't forget, 456-1400, call us. It's a live show. I am going to have the guest introduce himself. Many of you know.
You forgot his name again, huh, Ken?
You're right about the jokes.
Yeah, he's a joke man. But anyway, many of you know who our guest is. He wears a lot of hats, and he does a lot of good for our community. A lot of good. Wow. And trust me, as a community member and a guy who's been pretty involved for over 40 years, I'm happy to have you here tonight.
I mean, Ken comes all the way in from Windham to hear some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's a commute nowadays. It's a commitment that I've made.
We are in Willimantic.
I am the voice of Windham, and they want to hear the voice. But I want to hear from you today. Let's listen to our guest, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Beaudry.
All right. Well, Ken, Mark, thank you so much for having me today. We're making the rounds on WILI. We got a lot going on and a lot to talk about. I was on Keith Rice, taking over for Wayne Norman yesterday on the show.
We won't hold that against you.
It's all right. I kind of stormed in late. Did you hear the episode? I stormed in a little late, and I said, "Hey, I was promised Wayne Norman," and Keith got red in the face. I'm busting his chops, but he's a great guy. He subs real well. I mean, a professional radio guy. Anyway, my name is Chris Beaudry. Thank you for having me, Ken and Mark. I am the first executive director of Willimantic Renaissance, but the organization has been around for some 23 odd years, and it was formed back in the day, early 2000s, to support the Willimantic Third Thursday Street Festival, now in its 23rd season. But a lot of folks don't realize that Willimantic Renaissance is so much more than just the Street Fest. First of all, it's not a Renaissance fair, so Mr. Mark made a joke that I wasn't wearing wasn't wearing my regalia.
If he doesn't chime in every now and then, I have to poke him to make sure he's still with us, Chris. So don't.
I was waiting.
Do like I do, ignore him and treat him like a child.
I was hoping for a jousting match outside, but
it's not out of the realm of possibility because we'll go into that. But I'm actually in touch with the Connecticut Renaissance Fair, which is the actual Renaissance people. Fair. Renaissance, in the word that we mean it, is rebirth, right? Willimantic has had its ups and downs. It's had its ups, and then early 2000s we got some negative press, but we don't even have to go into that. Everybody knows who is from around here, what happened. But Willimantic Renaissance, a group of really well-meaning, well-intentioned, devoted, community-minded, altruistic people came together. Gene Dismay, one of the creative forces behind it, is still our board president. But we have so many projects now. In addition to our surface-level projects that everybody sees out in the open, we also are the fiscal agent to many projects. So I wanted to talk firstly about the Thread City Hop Fest. It's pouring, it's raining cats and dogs out there right now, but on Sunday, May 17th, you can bet your butt that it's going to be the most gorgeous day of the year to date. It's going to be.
We got 2 great days, dried up, get it ready Saturday, and then Sunday, boom, you're in action.
I was soaking wet about an hour ago. I had to change my clothes. That's why I'm wearing my red Willimantic, romantic.
Looks so good on you, Chris.
Looks good on the radio. Looks good on the radio.
This is not insulting at all. I don't know what you're talking about, guys. This is great. But anyway, I delivered the 2 Street Fest trailers to the Gilson Park because the Thread City Hop Fest relies on us not only to be their fiscal agent, their fiscal sponsor, but in-kind support, a lot of it.
You didn't do the porta potties?
We don't do the porta potties. Okay, I steer clear of that, and I let the professionals handle that.
As an executive,
before you get to the Hop Fest, it's Third Thursday happening this month?
Yes, it's a week from today. We are 1 week out.
And high school's involved in that again? Right?
Oh, you bet. Yeah, we were just talking with the music teacher, Enoch, from, which school is it?
Sweeney
Elementary School.
Dr. Enoch now.
Doctor,
finished his PhD.
Another fellow saxophonist.
So we have the Hop Fest on Sunday, and we have the third Thursday on Thursday.
Hop Fest on this Sunday, May 17th, 1 to 5 p.m. Tickets at beerfest.com/thread-city-hop-fest. Say that 10 times fast, right? But they're on sale. They're $50, and we just, I think, broke the 1,100 or 1,200 ticket mark. We're looking to do 1,500. That was, I think, the number last year. All of the proceeds go to charity. All of them. About 18 charities here in town. Maybe more this year, depending. I mean, get out there and buy your tickets, folks. You want to buy them in advance because if you buy them at the gate, they're a little more expensive. So get them in advance. You know the weather's going to be good. Over 70 breweries, cideries, meaderies. I mean, I don't want to go into too many details right off the rip. We can talk about all these projects in depth, but let me just riddle off all of the
Take your
Willimantic
time. Do what you got to
Renaissance.
do.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark,
We only have an
comes
hour,
up.
though, so I got
well, no, we got permission. We're a big time show, Chris. I know you have
Right.
a show, but we're like the #1 rated show. We got, you know,
are.
we got carte blanche here. So whatever, you go right ahead.
So
Not like those shows on Monday.
No, not those Monday shows.
Are there any Monday shows?
Oh.
No, Ruth Hertunian Allenbaugh. She's
No,
got,
well, yeah, I like her show. But
her
you know
show's
that
great, yeah.
there's this one guy, this Bill Sayers character.
Oh, all right. We're busting Bill. Yeah. Well, I can't knock him too much because he's doing a great job on the America 250 committee.
There's
We'll
al-
talk about that.
There's
too.
also that Tuesday show that's around 3:00. But
Yeah, I hear it's real cutting edge. In fact, it's something state of the art or something like that. I don't know the host. I haven't heard much about. Anyway, Thread City Hop Fest, Willimantic Third Thursday Street Fest, the River Room Performing Arts venue. America 250 is being fiscally sponsored by Willimantic Renaissance. We are co-presenting Make Music Day 2026 with Project Emo. What else do we do? We're fiscal sponsor for Vulturetown Arts. We are Blocktoberfest we started last year, which is in kind of around Oktoberfest. We shut down. We did a mini street fest of sorts because people were yammering for another, like a continuation event. They said, why don't you do one in October?
Yeah,
It gets
yeah.
dark. It gets cold. We did the first week in October. It was 85 degrees and sunny. So, I mean, you don't like the weather in New England, wait 5 minutes, right? And, par for the course. Halloween, Trick or Treat on Main Street. We organize the bulk of that in coalition and collaboration with Debbie Fisk and her team over at Windham Rec.
Yep.
What am I missing? There's going to be something that'll come up. But, I mean, that's my elevator pitch. I guess,
Debbie-
how long was that? Yeah.
Debbie's a wonderful person to work with at the rec department.
She is.
She's
She's
a lot of
fantastic.
energy, lots of
Well,
good
we're,
person.
we're on a team together with Nancy Pear from the Northeastern Connecticut Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to be. We got a nice grant from the Pajot Trust, thanks to the administrators of that grant. We're going to be doing 4 concerts on the Shaboo stage. June. I got to get my dates right here. The last last Wednesday in June. Then we have July 8th, July 22nd, and the first Wednesday in August, I believe. But we're about to announce that concert series as well. So
these
there's a
will all be free
lot
concert
going
series
on.
or
free? Yes,
free? Local
and-
bands?
we got local and we have regional. So we're bringing back the Franklin Brothers Band from New London. They're a fantastic 10-piece band. Last year we tried to present them with the same Pajot Trust music series, but there was kind of inclement weather. They're a 10-piece band. They bring a lot of electronics, and it was kind of exposed on the stage. So we actually last minute moved it into the rec department, and it was still a smash hit.
I
We had about
remember that.
300
I
people
remember,
there.
yeah.
So.
You know, I'm going to plant the seed. Watch this, Doyle.
Okay, right.
Watch this, Doyle. Like a farmer, I'm going to plant the seed. Because
Okay.
I've had this idea
I
for a
want
long
to see.
time.
I want to see Ken get his
we
hands
tried
dirty.
it once.
Go for it.
So I don't know if you know that myself, Mark Doyle, Bill Sayers, and Roy Dingler were the originators of the holiday lights on Main.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wonderful. Amazing.
So we've been doing that 4 years now, and we get out there in November. We put up the decorations.
Yeah.
We have one morning with the Public Works to help us. But the bridge lights
Shout
up.
out to Don Fascio. Yeah,
Absolutely, the lights come up on the bridge and this and that. We got the same amount of stuff. We kind of condense it so it's more bright right there in that where it should be, right in the heart, right?
Right in the corner on Jilson.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
yep.
So with that said, the very first year, or maybe it was the second year, we got a little ambitious and we tried to put on a Winterfest.
Yeah. Okay.
And we had
yes.
the guy, the guy who puts on all kinds of farmers markets, Strawberry Fest, you name it. And he came in, and it was a total disaster. The weather came.
Oh, no.
It wasn't snow,
Oh, no.
but it
was freezing.
It was freezing, and the wind was just blowing tents down. So we had a lot of guys leaving.
Well, I forgot a project, the Romantic Willimantic Chocolate
Chocolate
Fest. We
Fest.
do that
Yes.
too,
Yes.
and we had inclement weather this year. It
Yeah.
still went on because
Yep.
we had a lot of contractors and bookings, but I feel the pain in that weather
so,
unpredictability.
So I'm thinking maybe since when you talk to busy people, they always have room for one more thing on their plate, and so this Renaissance group, I think if they looked into that, we had some people coming. People were coming. We had food trucks lined up.
Yeah,
we're going to sell spots for the food trucks and all that. We had an electrician come in and work its magic so everyone had power, so they could have heat in their tent. I still believe that's the 1 month that we need kick it.
filler. Yeah.
Well, it's the holiday season and the lights are there and that energy's already there. We just, Look at Mark. I mean, Mark Kinney, he only can do now is lift a fork to his mouth. I mean, so,
That's why I go with finger food, Ken.
that's right. So
You guys have this down, man. I like this a lot. Yeah.
30 years of insulting each other. It's
like
great.
it.
So, I mean, I offer that to you.
That's a nice offer, Ken.
I think it's
Nice
a great.
What are you giving him?
An opportunity.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yes.
people sometimes needs a leg up in life, you know?
I will say, you know,
I think your
seems-
group is probably big enough to
he
do
seems to
that.
have
you already
feelings.
got the gears churning here. When I was in New York City prior to coming back to town, you know, the pandemic displaced a lot of people. It eliminated all of my work in New York City as a music agent and a performing musician. But when I was there, they had the Union Square Holiday Market, and they also had Bryant Park, the holiday market there. I mean, how cool was that? The vendors with heated booths and stuff like that. Of course, they had like an ice rink and everything. They got money in New York City, right?
Yeah,
So,
right.
but yeah, I mean, something like that would be excellent.
Well, you know, and it doesn't, you know, our vision was to have it there, you know, for a couple of weekends, and this guy was more than willing to do that and organize it, and whatever proceeds he was going to turn into the group so we can continue buying more lights without having to chase people. But you know, then some of the people that I talked to are like, oh, can we have the booths like a third Thursday? And I'm like, I don't know, because you got
Have what booths?
You know, but the vendor booths,
Oh, yeah.
like you guys do,
Yeah.
you know. And I said, geez, it'd be nice, but then it's just too unpredictable with the weather.
Right.
It could be snow. You could have the sidewalks full of ice and this and that. Versus at least if it's inclement and they're set up in there, we can deal with it as a smaller. You know, to start off small, I say put it there, and then the other thing that we learned from experience is push it up towards the stage more instead of having it spread way to the front. But that's something we haven't given up on, but we would like to, you know, Roy's 70-something years old, and you know, so it's time to turn that over, and we'd like to see that happen.
You know, I want to say my good friend Andy Goot, you know,
know
Stone
Andy, yeah.
Row, you know, rest in peace. What a wonderful establishment he had for 15 years here in town. He said that, and it was a great idea, and it might even be something to contemplate. I don't know if the infrastructure and the safety regulations are there, but do something on the stage for the public, right? It's got a wheelchair ramp. It's got 2 stair egresses. I don't know about the rails, but we were thinking about, you know, back when he was involved with a lot of things here. I think he's moving to Chicago to be in the hospitality industry, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, you know, best of luck to him. But, you know, we thought about having a concert on the stage where the people would also be on the stage, kind of like a concert in the round, like a little string quartet or
That's
something
not a
like
bad
that.
idea, Chris.
So, well, it was Andy's idea. I'm not going to take credit for that one,
that's
but
not a
yeah,
bad
you know,
idea.
And he's
it's
out
a
of town. He's out of town. Don't worry
Because
about
in
it.
worst
stage.
case scenario, then you're investing in some, you know, some. See, my hands are moving.
Very
You're
good.
not watching
Yeah,
the radio show. What the hell you call those things? The plastic
Hands.
stanchion, like
something,
rail,
yeah,
guardrails,
something to block the wind a little bit. is
Oh,
what I'm
I
saying.
see what you're
okay.
saying. I got
Wind
it.
blockers.
Yeah, wind blockers. Because the public works, they build their own, you know, Christmas tree right on the stage, made out of just
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
and that
String
you push,
lights from the
Yeah,
top,
that's
right?
how they do
Yeah,
it, and they
yeah.
push it. If you push that to the back a little bit, put your band right in front of there.
Yeah.
And,
man.
and like you said, in the round.
Yeah.
Man, that would be, and then so
the-
much more protection
It
from
would
the
be,
wind.
but the stage would limit your numbers. But
It would limit the numbers, but we measured it out, and then we did. You know, it's a 4 square foot, area for each patron would be, and we figured we could get like 200 people on that stage
Yeah,
plus
but you know,
a band.
but you know something, you focus it. So you got to focus like this. So you're going to have at least a 7-day forecast.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be cold, no
Yeah.
question, but you dress for it.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, if it's not going to be a snowy weekend, so people are going to be on that stage, you know, like the high end tickets, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I sell anything, but and then you have some ground seating, and the rec department has stadium seating that they brought for us the last time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because we had
Oh.
music up
Where do
there.
they
and
where do they
everything.
keep it?
They keep it at Rec Park.
Rec Park. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
They bring it. They brought it for us.
Yeah.
They set it up, and then if you have X amount of vendors behind the stage,
Mm-hmm.
not behind the stage, behind the stadium seating.
Hmm.
So let's say you do get a good crowd besides what's on on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is to protect people from the weather
Right,
and the,
right,
and the
right,
electricity
right.
of the musical instruments.
Right.
But I just think that goes hand in hand with the lights, because everyone compliments
Mm.
the lights. We were happy to do that. But we just don't have it.
Right.
We just don't have it anymore to be able to. That idea has never left my head. I think Dawn Niles at one point really liked the whole idea of a Christmas village up there.
Oh, Christmas Village, yeah. And she would be the one because she would
be the
play
one, yeah.
Mrs. Claus.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
She does her thing,
Yeah.
and so and this town is the most giving town I've ever lived in.
Amen to that, yeah.
You know, I don't care for what need is. That's when this town comes together. They see people who are less fortunate, and they jump to action.
The other
So there's
possi-
enough people where you could get that done.
Another possibility might be to get large tents that you could heat the tent so people could visit the spectators, the food trucks, the Christmas things in the tent, and then they have the stage still active so they can be out there. So in case it's really bad or weather, at least the tents save your vendors. And
So I think we've identified a need, and it's got to be a Christmas thing next, or just a holiday season. Celebrating the lights and everything. I mean, I love driving by those lights in the holidays. It's just it brings the nostalgia
fun.
and the child.
It's fun. It's fun when you do it too. I mean, we have a good group of people that come out and help us, and
Eastern's very popular. We used a lot of Eastern kids.
Eastern kids come out and help us.
Yeah. Aren't they great, Eastern, now?
Yeah.
With the new president, Karim Ismaili. And I wanted to give a shout out to them because we actually just created a strategic partnership between Willimantic Renaissance, Inc. and Eastern. They give us a large check, and it's really across all of our projects. It's helped lessen the burden of administrative costs because I'm trying to make this my full-time job. And, I've made many sacrifices. I'm not going to go down that road right now, but I just believe so much in this town because what you said, it's such a giving and the community embraces you. And if you give back, you're going to receive tenfold what you get. So, it's true.
Well, let's go back to the Hop Fest that's coming up.
Sure.
Hop Fest, yeah.
Do we have
Up to the camera.
how many years is now?
10. I'm not positive. So I
About
came
10
in
years.
kind of late. But to date, over $330,000 donated to charity. Last year alone, $53,000.
So we're having new vendors, new people.
There's a list of 20 some odd vendors. There's food trucks. In terms of like the beer, you're talking about the beer.
Yeah,
or you're talking about the wares.
It's the beer fest. So no, let's talk about the beer.
So the beer fest itself, over 70 combined breweries, cideries, meaderies, distilleries, ready-to-drinks, non-alcoholics. I mean, it's wild. I made a post. I'm the social media guy. A lot of people hit me up for that, and I was over the moon that Ronnie Twiss and David Wallner and Chris McNabo and everybody on the planning committee, I'm going to forget names as I always do, but they asked me to be a part of this, and I said, absolutely. I'm not going to swear on the radio. Absolutely, right? Yeah. But I made a post. I'm going to try to pull it up here, guys, so you can see this because, and I'll admit I used AI, but it made a giant beer glass, and in that beer glass we had every vendor, every beer, all the things listed. So it's like the third thing down. If you go to facebook.com/Thread City Hop Fest, here it is. Check this out, guys. Look at this. I mean, maybe we'll find a way. Well, just go on Facebook if you're not driving and you're in a safe place. But all of these are you could sample every one of these. Athletic Brewing Company, Black Pond Brewing. I tried to read the whole list on my show the other day, and I failed. I got about halfway through before I needed a drink of water.
It's an impressive list.
Yeah, it's a very impressive list. I mean, David Wallner with his network connections in the state and in the region. I mean, these are the fruits of his many, many years on the beat and in the scene.
For those who don't know, Dave Wallner is the owner of the Willimantic Brew House, or Main Street Cafe, whatever you want to call it this week. Staple in our community, and just another one of those guys that you knock on the door, ask, and he's there to help.
Yep. Amen. He's always there for anything. If it's not related to the Hop Fest, he's there with the donation check.
Sure is.
And then he's there to greet you tableside and just give the best hospitality possible. Yep. His team is always just vibrant, cheery, and they're professional, beyond professional. It's another thing, testament to our community here, I think. Yeah.
I agree. So why don't you keep on? So we got the hops. So the following week is third Thursday.
Yeah, then we got third Thursday. That's the one thing I didn't bring for you gentlemen to have, but you know it so well.
Know it.
But we are now in our 23rd season, May 21st, 2026. That's a week from the live taping of this. If you're watching on YouTube, hopefully you catch it before the fact. But if you don't, there's 5.
It's on as of Friday afternoon. This show will be rebroadcast.
Yeah.
Available for streaming on
YouTube.
On YouTube, excellent. Yeah, great. And did you guys get syndicated on Charter Spectrum too?
We are.
TV, excellent, great. So yeah, the Third Thursday Street Festival is just. We're cooking. We got a brand new website this year. It is absolutely gorgeous. WillimanticStreetFest.com. I want to give a major shout out to Mr. Mark Flynn. He was the mastermind behind this. When you think of all of the components, 140 vendors, 30 plus food trucks. I book about 12 to 15 bands, entertainers to be up and down the Street Fest. We have a children's entrepreneurial market coming again for the second year in a row. In June, we have the Airline Trail State Park Alliance. They're going to be doing a downtown takeover. They give us a big donation to represent this brand new nonprofit that represents all of the wonderful trails in our region and the municipalities that are a member. So we're going to have about 12 tents down here,
So
live
June
music.
Thursday?
That's the June one, but we can go back to the May one.
Well,
but
no, I just want to make sure that we don't confuse the
confuse
listeners.
them, right? I'm giving the broadcast of
so
everything
people
here. Yeah.
understand. So the economics or the business model of a third Thursday is you do get funding from the vendors.
That's right. Yep.
Ultimately,
Yep.
all the dollars that do come in, you use to offset your expenses.
That's right.
And if there's, do you have leftovers? If
Leftovers.
We do not, no.
If I was going to say that's not. It's just so the money stays just to keep the thing alive. Not unlike the other thing where you're trying to make money to give to
Hop Fest.
charities, the Hop Fest.
Right. The Hop Fest is a
As a
$50
whole.
ticket, and there's 1,500 people.
Sure.
Right. We're a little more,
I just want people to understand that that's what, because ultimately, Chris, the people who come to the Hop Fest, the third Thursday, they're getting great entertainment,
Yep.
opportunity to buy stuff from vendors,
Yep.
and food, right? And
Yep.
seeing your neighbors.
Yeah.
So that's great. All that is free. But they do want you to support the vendors, the food
Yes.
trucks, and all that.
Yep.
Why? Because it costs them money to be here.
We have to buy-
And so you're going to make it viable for Chris to be, hey, you want to come back next year? And then keep that revenue.
I mean,
coming.
I'll just give a brief overview of our expenses. We have licenses, like a liquor permit. We have a major insurance policy that actually also umbrellas the Hop Fest. That's almost $6,000 right there.
right. Can
One
imagine,
hit,
yeah.
just the insurance policy. We have, we don't pay much of the cost, but we have the North Central Health District that all of our food vendors have to deal with.
Yeah.
We have, luckily the town has still come to our aid with in-kind police and fire support, emergency personnel, public works. As you can see, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I made a post of the wonderful street lamp signs.
new signs.
Yeah.
Came out nice.
They came out really nice. So, there's all these hidden expenses that people, when they're in the thick of it and having fun, which is what we want you to do, you're not looking, to dig into like what the expenses are. But then we have contractors, we have musicians to pay, we have ASCAP, we have to pay the American Society of Composers, Arrangers, and Producers.
Exactly. I just want to make the public aware that while this is a grassroots local community event that supplies entertainment monthly to us at truly no expense, but we need to open our pockets a little bit and support the vendors so that they want to be here, so it continues to grow.
Thank you, Ken. I want to point that out. If you go to our website, there is an opportunity, and $1, $25, if you can afford it, 100 or more. We're always looking for corporate sponsors. If it's a good fit, we don't give just willy-nilly, just take on corporate sponsors. We have a mission, we have a purpose, and we have kind of a brand that we like to maintain. But if you go to sponsors, again, our website, WillimanticStreetFest.com, the fifth tab over, sponsors, right at the top, donate. Any amount helps. We will make sure that your name is in lights, so to speak, at least on our website or in the brochure, just to thank you for donating. But any contribution you can make is such an important thing to making this. About half of the expenses are in kind from volunteers. So it costs us between $50,000 and $75,000 a season for the Street Fest, and about $50,000 to $75,000, probably more. Probably this year, I would say it's between $100,000 and $125,000 in kind sponsorship.
Wow.
And that's just from the volunteers. That's not the town in kind.
Right.
That's just from people volunteering their man hours, their expertise, their graphic design, their photography, their moving tables and chairs, cleaning up, monitoring the waste not stations, making sure we divert recyclables from the trash to Click. I want to give a big shout out to Chelsea Charrier, the team over at Click. They're donating their time. They're donating expertise that took years to learn. They went to school for these things, and now they're donating it to Willimantic so that everybody can have a good time at Street Fest. So WillimanticStreetFest.com/donate, or you can click on our sponsors tab and click donate there. We appreciate you so much.
No, listen, this is a wonderful opportunity to help, and I'm sure if you ran into Chris or anyone else who's involved in the operations and say, hey, how can I get involved? How can I donate and help? And when they're on your Street Fest, Do it.
And Ken,
don't be shy.
I'm going to be at the Street Fest. I'm going to be really easy to identify. I'm going to be wearing this. So look for the bright red. We do sell them though, so there may be imposters or lookalikes out there.
The original Nassif shirt.
Yeah, exactly. The romantic Willimantic. Shout out to Rick Nassif. I love the guy. He's been coming in. He knew my grandfather when my grandfather owned a package store on Railroad Street back in the '60s, and I guess he referred to him as Uncle Tony. So the ties go
half
deep.
the guys in town.
Yeah. That's true.
I thought it was Giuseppe for a minute.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Uncle
So
Tony.
we've got the Hop Fest. We got Third Thursday. What's next? What else are you cooking?
All right. So let's. What's in the packet? How about the?
Well, let's look at the Boombox Parade because.
Okay.
What is with the bands?
We'll go. All right. We'll not go chronologically. That's fine. Boombox Parade.
Let's go right.
Yeah, so
Mark has got ADHD. We're just going to go. What he
I
wants
do
to talk
too,
about.
man. NOCD is big with me. It runs deep. Well, the Boombox Parade is happening, and this is a very special year because it is the 250th birthday of America. 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, and here we are in 2026. So oh my God, I need Bev York here. Bev, if you're listening, please call in 860-456-1400. The Quincy, it's got a long name.
It's got a long name. I was just with
250 years. Yeah.
Denise Merrill this morning.
The chair of
She's
Connecticut.
the chair for Connecticut. I was just with her this morning, and
so
she's excited.
I'll give the backstory a little bit because it's interesting. Denise has been an avid patron at the River Room, and she's been to about 6 shows so far. And like 4th or 5th show, she came up to me after the show and she said, "Hey, Chris, you're doing well with these events. Would you ever, I noticed Windham, I don't know if they have anything going on for America 250. Would you maybe, explore it and see what can be done?" I hit up, of course, Bev York first because historian extraordinaire. And then Denise kind of lent her guidance and advisory skills, and we put together a committee. We went through the channels at the town hall. We established the committee. It's ad hoc because I'm actually not technically a resident of Windham, even though I feel like an honorary resident of Windham here. But we got the committee established. It's Bev York. It is Catherine Nemasic, the director of the Windham Concert Band and retired Army Band conductor of the 94th Army Band, also a retired music teacher from Mansfield Middle School. It is Kathy Shires, who's also
I love Kathy.
a member.
I know her son from Scouts back in my day.
Really?
I was her. Yeah.
You were what? You were a
was
scoutmaster?
on Windham Center, but I know Pat and Kathy for years,
really?
members of the Elks. And
Isn't she just a beautiful person?
Her son went to school with my sons.
Yeah, I know them from my YMCA days, but
nice
Keep going.
family. She wanted the, she designed an ornament for one of the Christmas trees at the Capitol.
Oh, really?
White House, I should say.
The White House.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
one of her decorations made it.
I wouldn't put it past her, man.
Oh, no, she's very
so talented.
talented.
So
Very
talented.
talented. Yeah.
And she's also a board member of the Windham Regional Arts Council. So they actually
makes sense.
supported this event to the tune of a few $100s, and we're very thankful to them as well. But who am I missing? And Mr. Bill Sayers, right? So
Yeah, I heard he was dressing as Ben Franklin. You know how rotund he was. No, I'm just kidding.
If he hasn't committed, I think you just made the commitment for him.
Right,
There
Well,
again,
don't worry,
so-
I can get Bill to do anything you want.
Okay, all right, Ben Franklin it is. Yeah.
he'll carry a kite along with him, and it'll be perfect.
Yes.
Put a kite on his back.
So
We're talking about this is the after the Boombox Parade. party
after
we're
the
talking about.
Boombox Parade. So this is Windham CT celebrates America's 250th. It's going to be complimentary to the Boombox Parade. We already have thousands of people in town. We have a captive audience. And you know what? Willie Brew's open. Maybe a handful of other restaurants, but they're hungry. The Boombox Parade, it starts at 11. The last marcher goes out at about 12:30. It's typically Willie Brew, right, with their fantastic over-the-top float. But we're going to complement the day with an event of just 90-minute event, but it's going to be so jam-packed that people really are going to get bang for no buck. It's free, of course. 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. we're allotting the time. So this is a mock-up. You can't see it if you're listening in live radio, but I'm going to hold it up to the camera because, there you go, Matt Rupar.
Look at
Thank
that.
you, saving the day, man.
Wow.
But
Video as well as audio. Thanks, man.
Video as well as audio, right? So
Wow.
I thought you were talking about this event
No, I
because
was talking
I
about
was
Matt.
just going to say that giant Garrison flag is actually not what's going to be there. We are actually going to have a 30-foot by 16-foot LED video wall mounted on the back I-beam of the
nice.
Shabu stage. And we are going to have dignitaries. We're going to have reenactors. We're going to have the near 100 member. Now, some of them have other commitments, so it may be 80, but it's still going to be massive, and it's still going to be a spectacle.
Did you get an invitation?
I
Ken? I didn't get one
they
yet.
asked me to MC the whole damn thing. Being the voice of Windham.
Who is they?
Chris, he just did it. You didn't hear him.
Those are
I
the
offer my services in that respect.
Those are the voices in your head, Ken.
I got a triangle hat and everything.
They do this every week, Matt? Every week. I love
Voices
it, man.
in
Oh, my
Ken's
God.
head.
But anyway, and then we're going to have the Windham Concert Band. I booked the 2025 Grammy Award-winning Latin jazz pianist, Zakai Curtis. He's bringing his quartet, and he's going to sit in with the Windham Concert Band. So if the news doesn't get a hold of this real soon, they're going to need to. This is the most earned media newsworthy.
Scott Haney?
Yes.
I can call Scott.
Call Scott
How about
Haney.
that other, the young kid? I know. I work actually his aunt works with me. Mike Slifer from Channel 3.
Okay.
A young kid.
And also, I just did sound for the Horizons Gala, and my buddy from high school who works for NBC was the MC, Mike Savino. So,
he's the guy who's doing my new show on NBC.
He wears the bow tie?
Yeah, I'm done with this radio gig, by the way.
You're going to big time?
I'm out of here. You
Nice.
came back from New York, I'm going.
All right. What am I missing?
The reality is he's being escorted out of here, folks. Let's not get carried away.
So it's right on the poster. We're going to start disseminating this. We're hooking up with local businesses like Signs Plus. I want to give a big shout out to Deb and Joe over there because they're coming in under cost to get us 100-yard signs so we can really start blasting this out.
That's generous of them.
Very generous of them. So historical reenactors, we're getting food trucks. Again, shout out to Chelsea Charrier at Click. We're going to line up some food trucks so that if you miss the opportunity, I'm sure Willie Brew is going to be out the door because not only is it a great restaurant, but it's a great viewing place.
It's usually filled before the parade.
Filled, right? So food trucks, we're going to have dancers, interactive history. And what I mean by that is we've contracted Project Emo, again, who's co-hosting or collaborating on the Make Music Day, but they're going to go around with their film crew, and they're going to get young people from around town to recite portions of the preamble to the Declaration of Independence, and we're going to put it up on that video wall, and we're going to put up all of the highlights and the accolades and the amazing things going on in Windham on that video wall for everybody to see. We're going to get a camera crew. I've been in touch with our strategic partnership at Eastern Connecticut State University to get a camera crew to videotape the whole thing and also run the closed circuit camera. So it's going to be interactive. It's going to be multimedia. It's going to be flash, bang, and awe, as they say, with the Windham Concert Band being the staple presence on the stage, and then all of these different complementary things that are going to. It's a big celebration. Bev York came through with almost 16. I think we're at 16 actually right now. Historical reenactors. So if Bill plays Ben Franklin, that'll be 17 right there. So I mean, think about it. You're going to get to interact with history.
And if I know Bev York, she has a costume for every one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if you want to volunteer,
since I met Bev York when I first moved out here, was on the Board of Ed for years. Yeah. The woman, I've never seen somebody. I thought Ernie Eldridge had costumes. This woman has costumes.
So this is a free event for the public?
This is a free event for the public. And I also want to give a shout out. We don't have it on this poster yet, but we are having actually Denise Merrill's assistant, Eliza Satterley, is a fantastic graphic designer, and she volunteered to redesign the poster. So this is my kind of hack job from Canva, which is an online design thing, but this is going to get bigger and better. It's going to be just so marvelous, so wonderful. We are the only municipality in northeastern Connecticut to receive a humanities grant to support this. So I have to mention it because we're going to go to the media with that soon. But, the Litchfields, the Ridgefields, the New Havens, the places with money, they all got their grants. But Windham is the one in northeastern Connecticut. So keep an eye out for that. We have a group called the Windham Troubadours, which is organized and led by none other than the great Bruce John. Oh. And they're going to do a rendition of This Land is Your Land, This Land is My Land. It's going to be interactive. We'll put the words up on the screen. There's going to be souvenirs, interactive history. I think I mentioned most of it, but if you want to learn more, you can go to facebook.com/Windham AM250. And let me just double check that, guys, because sometimes I say something and then after the show I hear it and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Sometimes says something and no one knows what he's saying. So perfect.
So facebook.com/Windham CTAM250. Give us a follow. Tonight is actually the history of Windham at the Mill Museum from 5 to 7. So I'm going to be jetting out of here right quick to give this same kind of spiel to a group of about 50 people that will be you guys are free, you should come. No, at the Mill Museum.
Oh, the Mill Museum.
Yeah. Okay. So perfect. Great new director. Charlie Olson is the new director over there, and he's putting some high energy and expertise into that too.
Do us here, Chris, and give him Mark's contact. Let's book him for next Thursday if he's available.
What's that? Sorry.
The new director at the Mill Museum.
Oh yeah,
we'd love to have
absolutely.
him on. And people sometimes I wonder if people know it's there because it's I remember again talking about Bev York years ago when my oldest son, who was now 30-something years old, was in New Hampshire. Was in the 8th grade. We took a field trip to my old hometown in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and Bev was on that truck. We went to see Old Slater Mill, the beginning of the the thread or the industry, and obviously we have, because they were studying the Windham Mills and all that stuff. So,
Got my address?
and I keep saying to myself, I've gone to that museum a lot. I like it.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many people know it exists.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this will
yeah.
be an opportunity to refresh the minds of many.
And I think Charles has a lot of technological prowess. He's doing things with, like cameras, and they have special rigs that can capture the different artifacts that they have there. They're looking. I can't speak for them too much, but you definitely needed to have him on your show.
No,
because
we'll book them. We'll book them this week.
So
Mark will take care
I'm
of it.
definitely going to deliver this message when I head over there after the show. So thanks, guys. That's a big.
Sure,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
we'd like
Now,
to
for those of
promote
you
that.
listening at home, Ken mentioned Rhode Island finally, so it's time to take your drink of juice as we play
I'm
the
a
drinking
native Rhode
game.
Islander, and
Oh, there's another one.
A little bit, yeah.
I've lived here now since I was
That's
21
twice.
years old.
Okay.
Two shots of fruit juice now, folks. 'cause
Yeah,
Ken has
I'm the
gone-
king of quahogs. I'm on the town council these days. After taking a long time off.
He's been
So
there for a
I'm
week.
council-
He's been on the council for a week.
I'm on council. They call me Councilman Quahog.
Okay,
So-
Councilman Quahog, I love it. Yeah, nice.
That's only because of the way he looks. That has nothing to do with the state.
Doyle, please. At least I can lift my head up.
Full on.
One closing thought on the July 4th thing, if I may.
Sure.
So we also have another website, a Linktree website. So if you're not familiar with Linktree, what it is kind of like a catch-all for every resource that has to do with events or an organization. So in this case, the July 4th Windham CT Celebrates America's 250th is linktr.ee/Windham AM 250. Again, linktr.ee/Windham AM 250. And what you'll see there, guys, is everything from our sponsors to events to how to donate or support. We don't necessarily need money from everybody, but if you want to lend your talents and your time and your resources, we're looking for that. An example of that is, and a big example is, shout out to Rich Swart over at OL Willard. They jumped at the opportunity to fabricate from scratch, using their resources, their time, and their lumber, a viewing stand that will be going on Main Street right here outside the WILI building. It's going to be very patriotic with the American buntings and all that. And we're inviting a panel of 5 judges, and we're opening up a float contest. So we're going to have multiple categories, from most patriotic to most reminiscent of Windham or representative of Windham, and then a few others. I think there's one for the youth in there. And then we're going to be giving out prizes and awards to commend not only the float creativity, but just honor the occasion. We have a celebrity judge panel being conformed right now, and I think we're still looking for members. So, I may be asking either the men in this room or men in town hall and women in town hall. But
we'll talk later.
Hey,
you and I.
okay,
We'll just
all right.
don't be playing.
We'll be available, except for those of us who aren't in Rhode Island at that time.
we asked Wayne Norman. Unfortunately, I think he's not around. We asked Colin Rice.
Well, Wayne's in the parade.
Wayne's in the parade. That's why.
He has to be
Exactly.
in the
Yeah.
parade. I was gonna say,
He is around.
He's around, but he's going to be going that way, right? We're going to be here. He's going to be going that way. But hopefully he'll join us, because it's going to be a media stand too. So we need personalities
Well,
like him, right?
Voice of Wyndham.
Well, there you go. All right, the media component.
You got my
Excellent.
contact.
The voice of Windham is hoarse, but let's.
Yeah. So I really
go on.
implore people to go to linktr.ee/Windham AM 250, because not only is the July 4th thing kind of our staple, like main event, quote unquote, but we have all of these great peripheral events that are happening at the Mill Museum, at the Gilson House, at the Connecticut Eastern Railroad Museum. And most of them, many of them are led by Bev York, naturally. But we've had currency around the American Revolution. We're going to have something about like prison ships, an event. If you go to our Facebook, all the events are compiled right there. So check us out. And then if you're able to donate, we are looking for more sponsors. We have some corporate sponsors. Shout out to Hartford Healthcare and the Windham Hospital Foundation. Sean over there has been fantastic. Rob Giantasio over here, the builder building this gorgeous new apartment complex at 804. He gave us a good amount of money, thanks to Rob and his wife. So we're still looking for sponsors, because the video wall, all the honoraria for the different performers, the musicians, that's all money, and we want it all to be free and accessible to the public. So
That's perfect.
So for your 250 celebration, after the Boombox Parade, people will be able to move their cars down to the location and park right next to the community center.
Well, parking, it's going to be coveted, and it's going to be limited. So
the whole parking garage that's
The parking garage, we definitely encourage that.
Yeah.
Riverside Drive, we encourage that. The community lot, center lot, of course, we encourage that. But it's the churches. I think we're going to have probably blocked parking for the performers, and I think like the Daughters of the Revolution, like special guests and whatnot, are going to be parking back there. We're looking to have the big man at the top of the state also appear here, but I don't want to make any promises yet. I've been in touch with his office, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be massive, and even if you just come to enjoy some food and fill up, you're going to be out of there at 3:30, and you're going to be able to make your family picnics and your fireworks at night. So join us after the Boombox Parade for Windham CT celebrates America's 250th.
So now, what's Wayne going to be this year in the Boombox Parade? Do you have any inside information for us?
I don't know. And does he keep it a secret like Willie Brew does? Yeah.
I was just hoping you would let us know.
Because like Willie Brew locks their float up like Area 51 until the day of. Like they don't tell anybody what it is. So yeah, he might do the same.
Yeah, well, that's why I got to be on the viewing stand, because he's gonna, if he's gonna be in the parade, he's gonna be on it. He's gonna be in a little car, and
You're not even in town.
he's gonna go like this with a sign saying hi. The voice of Windham.
Chris, just give me a call. I'll take care of it.
I got three 20-foot trailers, and that so my head fits on
Three
it,
20-foot trailers.
and we're good to go. Width wise.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right.
If I'm promoting Doyle.
That's
I'm not
true.
a self promoter, right, Chris? You've noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I mean, I'm just the voice of Windham. I mean, godlike to some people. I mean, the little kids at the school.
Yes.
love me.
Yes.
Man, you're doing good work, because you got a big thank you from Enoch there from the kids for hooking them up with baseball tickets and stuff like that. So to a little kid, probably. Yeah.
That's when we emceed the school concert event.
Yeah. Oh, did you really?
Yes, we did.
When was that?
April.
It was in April.
nice.
Yeah.
They bring all the grade school kids in on one night, and then the next night they bring in the high school and junior high school kids for
Oh, that
music.
was the arts showcase.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
a
that.
two-day thing. I guess next year they might make it 3.
They should, because I was
It's
so
jammed.
bummed out that I had to miss it. I had all kinds
Well,
of
it's
meetings
packed,
and stuff.
too.
Yeah,
It-
amazing.
it's absolutely
And they do
packed.
visual arts too, right?
Yes.
the visual arts are in the hallway, so you can see them on your way in, and then they have the musical art.
I'm telling you, the arts. It
was a great show.
Music and visible art. I don't want to.
The best part of the show for me,
They
Chris,
do it.
I'll tell you the best is we had a 4th grade girl with us who did the translation, and she kept telling Ken what he was supposed to say. So she was our star.
Look, I haven't been
that's
arrested for whacking some kid for hoping it. I said, the little girl, I'm the star. Do you
Yeah.
understand? I don't.
She was going through.
She was so cute.
She was
adorable.
proofreading the script.
She knew what the hell she was.
Yeah.
I'm going to be done. She'd say the music's playing,
Yeah.
and she'd lean into me and she'd go, "I have to leave you now.
Right.
This is what you have to do."
She
next.
said that? A
She's
fourth
telling
grader?
me.
Yeah, because she had to go perform.
Because she had to go in to perform something with an instrument. And I'm going,
Yeah,
what do you mean you're leaving me?
That's professional. Up
She
to a
was-
T,
she
was.
man.
She was
Yeah.
incredible.
These kids were
incredible.
K through
4.
4, and they or 5. Some of them, because we had some middle school kids there, were so professional
Yeah.
and so talented. That's right. We pushed so hard for this budget to go through on the first go round.
If that's not a case for the arts and the importance of the arts, then I don't know
Well,
what is.
I've been around a long time. I told you before, I'm no joke. Mark has been longer than I in the school, but I was a chairman for 12 years, and I can tell you right now, I had raised 3 kids that went through the district. One of them was into music as well as athletics. The team, and I don't take anything away from the teachers who have come and gone, but the team of music teachers, band leaders, and art teachers throughout our district now,
Yeah.
I would compare it to anywhere across this country.
I agree.
That's
Yeah.
how you've got talent that's and commitment, and
Right.
I think half of it, Chris, is because there's a whole new younger group that's in
Right,
there.
a lot of
Yeah.
enthusiasm, a lot of support for the
it's
kids.
fine. I mean,
At
It's
the
amazing.
Street Fest alone, guys, we got the Windham band led by Thomas Pelton.
Yeah.
We have the ACT student dancers, Sarah Mallory, wonderful principal over here on Main Street. We have, for student groups, let's see, we have Windham Concert Band, the ACT student dancers. Let me pull up my list, because I know we
Right.
have multiple.
Just go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, we have Carlos Rivera, who's he was the teacher of the year at Natchog. He's going to be performing, and
He's done some excellent videos for the Natchog.
yes, the video, they're on YouTube.
Yep.
They're great.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
fantastic.
they really.
Yep.
That's the other thing. Is the elementary school more than any other schools
Yep.
have mastered the art of social media.
Yeah. Very
and,
true.
And if you're not seeing their posts like Sweeney's, like every freaking day, there's something coming out
Yep.
that they're doing, and the energy. And again, it starts at the top, right? So You've got Dr. Gomero, who's, she made it her edict. This is it. We want attendance no matter what. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And you know how if you ever worked in corporate America, sometimes it gets a little fuzzy when it trickles down. There's no fuzziness. There isn't a student or a teacher or a principal who doesn't know what is being asked of them. And the numbers speak for themselves. You can't hide behind the data. Better anything quick here?
Yeah,
Chris?
well, we didn't even get to the River Room. I mean,
Well, why don't you
yeah.
do the River Room? That's
Let's-
your baby.
Yeah, the River Room, right quick. I mean, I'm always talking about this on my show on Tuesdays. So if you want to hear more, anybody listening out there, you
Sure.
can tune in Tuesdays 3 to 4 here, same channel. But we got a lot coming up. Tomorrow night, we have the Latin Dance Social. You want to talk about community music superlative here in Wyndham. Arnaldo Rivera's Bente Tu
Arnaldo,
Band
yeah.
will be
Yeah.
live on stage. And then Oswaldo Tirano, who teaches dance classes at the River Room every Wednesday, he does six-week sessions. He's going to be giving a little mini master class, and then the Bente Tu Band will be playing the night away.
know
You
that
can
band
dance
too, yeah.
all levels, all abilities, everything. So that's this Friday. Next week we have you guys ever heard of Dave Brubeck?
Yes.
So we have his longtime saxophone player, Jerry Bergonzi. He recorded 3 or 4 albums with Dave. He toured with him for many years. He is my personal saxophone hero. He's next week. The week after that, we have Professor Emerita of Eastern Connecticut State University. She's a visual artist, and she's a musical artist, June Bizantz and her quartet. I'm sorry, her trio. And then the following week, we have Dizzy Gillespie's longtime guitarist, Ed Cherry, coming to town.
So give us a location
Yeah.
for those people who don't know where it is.
Okay, so riverroomwillie.com, and Willie, I always try to include a little bit about Willimantic in whatever I do, so I included it in the web address, riverroomwillie.com, Willi. You can also go to our Facebook page.
So where is it physically?
Oh, physically, it's on Riverside Drive, 50 Riverside Drive.
I know that, Ken.
Right underneath
We have the general
Trigo.
public who needs to know.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Okay. All right. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in today to Windham Weekly. Our guest has been Chris Beaudry. Hopefully, most of you know him by now. Spread the name. He is making Windham what it is today: positive, full of arts, full of love, and community. And we thank him. We also always thank all our guests for taking, even if just this hour, away from their families, their other responsibilities, for sharing their news.
All
Thank you,
right.
Chris.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ken.
guys. This has been a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Thank you.